I think I was one of the people that you would last expect to be diagnosed with depression. I was loud and crazy, and I liked to dance, and then when my mom said that I was going to get into modeling, I was so excited because I was tall, and I felt right, and my proportions were right, and just everything was really going well for me, especially in the end of December. I was making good grades, I was getting things taken care of, and I was happy. Depression is more than an emotion. It's a condition and a disability. Depression and anxiety are both chemical imbalances in the brain that can be helped with the proper medication and counseling. It's not just something that you wake up with one morning and before you go to bed it disappears. We hear it every day. Oh, I'm so depressed. But are you really? Clinical depression is serious, and we have made it this verbal description of a temporary sadness, and when the reality is that for those who have to fight clinical depression, it never disappears. 2013 rolled around, and I got a cold. It was no big deal, but then I got another cold, and then a couple weeks after that I got the flu and I got bronchitis, and there goes my perfect attendance right there. But then I knew it was no big deal. I recovered, but then I got sick again, and it seemed like my body was just never going to stop aching, and I was tired all the time. I didn't know why I was so tired, and I hurt all over. And then late February rolled around, and I started dating this boy, and I thought that everything was going to go right, and that all this stupid heartache and this stupid sickness was going to be gone, but it didn't go away. I actually got worse. My body I wasn't fighting these things, and then I got really sick, and I still went to school, but the aching, it just never stopped, and I tried to hide it. I didn't want to seem weak or sickly, but I couldn't, and it was starting to show through. And then March, and I got mono big time. My body ached, and my mind was affected, and I started just wanting to just give up, because for 3 months now, I've just been sick and sick and sick, and just heartache after heartache kept hitting me, and it just seemed like there was just going to be no relief. And just all through March, I was just sick and sad and tired. Self-harm is a way to express difficult or hard feelings, a way of communicating that you need help to someone when you can't do it verbally, or possibly a way to feel again after being so numb from emotion, after being severely stressed or overwhelmed. I started having to wear more makeup. I started not being able to go to school. I fell back in my schoolwork. I fell back in everything. I fell back in my happiness. I wasn't dedicated to anything, and just bam, 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 just bad thing after bad thing, and my body was affected, and I had to start wearing long sleeves to cover up things, and I was down, and I was done, and I was drowning. I started having weird thoughts about maybe just ending my life. That way I wouldn't be sick anymore. And I finally expressed it to my mom in tears, and we went to the doctor, and I was diagnosed with depression. And I just things just plummeted, and it was just heartache after heartache after heartache, and my body hurt and my mind hurt, and I was done, and I was ready to crown everything against me the winner. And a semicolon is where an author could have chosen to end a sentence, but didn't. The author is you, and the sentence, your life. On April 16th, join me and thousands of others in the Semicolon Project to raise public awareness against depression, anxiety, self-harm, and suicide. By writing a semicolon on your wrist, you are making a promise to yourself that it's okay to reach out and seek help. Join the fight and stand up for you or anyone you know who has depression, anxiety, has self-harm, or has contemplated suicide. Help our peers, our friends, and our family know that we speak up for them and we stand up and against these disabilities. Together, we